Hello, my name is John Campbell. I work in Operations Division and I am an emerging leader. About 2 months ago, Lieutenant Colonel Hendura approached us, myself and the other emerging leaders, with taking on the task of bringing in a group of volunteers from the city of New Orleans. The program is called the NOLA Youth Works Volunteer Program. It was a 5-week program, and we were going to be given 20 volunteers from the city who would help us during these 5 weeks during the summer to complete tasks that we've been backlogged on. The primary goal of this program was to help these volunteers gain exposure to the workplace while helping us to complete tasks that we had on hand. We are hoping that this program will help these youth further down the road when they go to get full-time positions or lead them in a direction to a career that they are interested in.
Mm-hmm. Hi, I'm Joanne Rosenfeld. I'm a recruiter for the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and I was the point of contact for Engineering Division for the NOLA students. I'd like to say that I think the NOLA student program enabled its participants to actually experience a corporate environment. Now, whether you work for the government or you work for private industry, we all work in a team environment. And it's not a sports team, it's an office team. And for a young person to experience this, I think was really just fabulous. Everybody brings their strength to the team, and we try to solve problems and issues, and that's what it's all about. So if you did a really good job this summer, you can look to many years of letters of recommendation. You can look to putting it on your resume, and you know that you had this experience. You were responsible. You were accountable to somebody. If you weren't going to come to work, you called in just like a grown-up. And I think that's very important for a student to learn.
My goals and expectations of this program is to get an overview of what the safety office does, inspecting everything, locks, dams, and just the perimeter of the building, just find out how everything is involved. Just having the opportunity to volunteer, to put this on my resume would be something that I can gain, and interacting with people, networking, and people told me a lot of interesting things that could help me further my career in criminal justice. So, I got a lot of insight from people who've, been there, done that, and done what I want to do. So, the 17th Street Canal, the pumping station, it was very interesting to see, what the people do there, how they interact with other people, and how vital their role is, and if something happens to the city, and we can't really survive without it.
Well, we have a bright young intern. His name is Donovan Gaden, and he's an aspiring mechanical engineer. He'll start at LSU next year. And we got him into the office environment to see how the large organization works. So he's seen, besides just the machines that we use to generate the words and everything else, but just the flow of traffic of people and communication as it goes. So we've gotten to expose Donovan to a lot of this organization.
My goals for this internship was to learn a first-hand experience about working in a professional environment. The skills and experiences I've gained while working at the Corps, I've learned how to communicate better with people and to interact with the workers here.
I've had the privilege of working with Asia Dukes, our student, this summer. We've been able to work on a lot of things, and she's helped out a lot around the office, helping us to organize some of our shelves and type in some gauge data from books, from hard copy books. She's gotten a lot of practice in Microsoft Word and Excel, and skills that will help her in college and going forward in the professional world.
I enjoy working here for the time while I lasted. I learned a lot with Excel. I learned how to plot graphs, organize. It was fun.
I was the public affairs intern at the Army Corps of Engineers. I came in not knowing really a lot about the Corps, and I didn't really have any goals for it because I really wasn't sure what I was getting into it. But I had a great time. I learned a lot. I learned how to do press releases. One of my biggest assignments this summer was to do this documentary, actually. And I'll also be writing an article about the program before I leave this week. So the program was really exciting. It's something I can add to my resume and possibly even I'm thinking about going into working for the federal government. So once I graduate, I'm not sure, but it was a really great experience, and I thank everybody here because they've been so great and so gracious to give us this opportunity. So thank you.
My part in helping Theodore is developing his attitude to work well with a diversity type of people, learning and understanding what we do and the principles of what we do there. And we move forward at that point as leadership, as he take the role and initiative to learn, as he learned to do things on his own.
I want to say my experience being a part of the program has been nothing but positive and blessed, because I'm not just looking at a job, I'm learning more about people skills and how to work in a positive environment, or a work environment rather. So I'm taking more to the table than was brought there.
It was a pleasure. He started to learn a lot of aspects of stuff as long as he learned the engineering principles and stuff for the laboratory. He did pretty good. He came to work every day, and he did what he had to do, and it was a pleasure.
We went to Bonnecare Spillway, where they showed us how it works. They showed us all the recreational areas they had. They were really interesting. We went to 17th Street Canal, and we went to the West Bank pump station, which is also the largest pump station in the world. And we got to tour around that, see how they do during hurricanes and what they do during a storm situation. We also visited the soil lab where Mr. Earl is over it, and they showed us how they use with the things that they get to help the engineers build their levees. And each pump station that we go to, we see how they work and how they operate both manually and through the computer, which is automatic. It's been very informational.